The following episode may contain inappropriate material. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Mattalk. So, join a mob, remove your spleen, and let's get talking about this episode.
My spleen.
I like that, Jason. That's catchy. Join a mob, remove a spleen. Everything will be good. You know?
Yeah. Well, I only had to remove the spleen part of this until just now because you know me. I always look for the hook in these episodes to introduce the show. And I always like to pick two random things, throw them together, and introduce us. Usually it's with song, but we didn't have a song in this episode. No. But come on, one Sinatra song in a mob-related episode, people, like, get on it.
It's probably a lot of money to throw a lot of Frank Sinatra into something.
Oh, that's true. Copyright, even in 1988. All right, well, folks, the strange voice you've just heard is our special guest. Justin Corleone is joining us. And Justin, if I may, I'm going to explain to the listeners what we're doing here.
Please.
So fans, what we were trying to do is we're trying to incorporate a little bit more of some of the fans of Matlock into the show. And so Jason and I sat down and thought, hey, you know what would be a great experiment? Let's get our good friend and partner in crime, Justin, to sit in on an episode of Mattalk. And the added bonus is that Justin has never seen a full episode. Is that correct,
Yeah.
Justin?
If it is, it's back. I mean, if I have, it's back when I was a very, very small child. So I think that's an accurate statement that I have not seen a full episode of Mattalk.
Yeah, so we want to incorporate fans. So what we did, we found the least person we knew who was a fan.
I'm a trial run. I'm the dry run of this whole thing. You'll have better conversations with people that actually watch Mattalk, I'm sure.
Jason, any miscellaneous house cleaning items before we jump on into it?
No, except for that I am flipping tired today. And
flipping tired?
Why are you flipping tired?
Tired, so tired.
Why? You're a young man.
I didn't take my Metamucil last night.
Did you eat your tapioca pudding while we were watching Mattalk? You had your video off, so I wasn't sure.
I was eating pizza.
Oh, well.
Well, we should let the fans know that this is a double episode. It's called The Investigation, so we will be taking a look at both parts, part 1 and part 2. And I don't know, guys. Shall we just go ahead and jump on into it?
Hold on, I want to make fun of the title for a second. So every single episode of Matlock is an investigation. So why was it this specific episode that was called The Investigation?
Because the feds are involved, I guess.
And the mob.
I was just curious. Because the Judge episode could have been called The Investigation.
Sure. You're
could have been The Investigation.
You're absolutely right. I mean, they all are an investigation, but I think maybe because it's the feds are involved and the mob are involved and other shady characters are involved.
We get everything in this episode, including the kitchen sink. John,
yes.
kick us off.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, let's not wait any further. Let's get into our opening statements. As we mentioned, the title of this episode is The Investigation. It is a two-parter. The first part aired February 2nd, 1988, and part 2 aired on February 9th, 1988. Gentlemen, we have some big-name guest stars, so let's run them down. Let's start off by talking about the man that plays the role of mob boss Sam Gerard. The actor's name is John Randolph, and you may know him from roles such as playing Sidney Green in the Al Pacino dirty cop movie Serpico, Judge Kendall on the show Dynasty, and his probably most known role is he's Clark Sr. on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, nice. I recognize this guy. He also played Frank Costanza before he was recast with Jerry Stiller. But yeah, I know he was also in You've Got Mail. Like, this guy's been around. He was on Roseanne.
Have either one of you seen Serpico, by the way?
I have not.
No. Is it good?
I'll drop a hot take. I don't think it's as great as everybody claims it is. I mean, it's okay. It was all right. I don't know. To me, everybody talks about how great it is. I'm like, nah.
It's a military movie, right?
Cop movie.
Cop. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Serpico is the cop that tries to infiltrate the like the crooked cops and tries to roust them out of the police department. It was all right. I mean, I don't know.
Everybody listening, John is Hot Take Orlando. So if you've got a movie that you love, email us, benmattalk@gmail.com, and John will tell you why you're wrong.
He'll tear you down and then build you back up with Matlock.
And by the way, if you want to get in touch with us on Twitter, it is at @MatTalk_podcast, Facebook at MatTalk Podcast as well. So let's move on to a couple of other of these guest stars. The next one I'm going to mention is Max Gale as Lieutenant Chet Weber. Now, he's probably best known for playing Wojo on Barney Miller, and I can't even do justice to the actual name of the character. It is Detective Woji. I can't. We're going to go with Detective Wojo because, it's some weird name that has lots of vowels in it, but Max Gale probably most known for that. He also had a recurring role as Mike Corbin on General Hospital. And Jason, he played Grandpa Buck Randall on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Man, they must have pulled all their guest stars from Fact or Fiction. Actually, Fact or Fiction was after. Fact or Fiction must have pulled their actors.
They just pulled up the Matlock cast list and was like, let's find out who we want.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to have to investigate. There's got to be a tie-in. There's got to be a producer or somebody.
Yeah, some director, producer, something like that. Probably.
Got to be. Because Jason's right, Justin. This is like the 7th person we've had from that show as a guest star on that.
Oh, that's
Matlock.
funny.
Yeah.
John, you buried the lead. He was also in Murder, She Wrote.
Correct.
But not in Perry Mason, which is unfortunate.
We don't get the hat trick.
Oh, man.
No.
Perry Mason, Murder, She Wrote, and Matlock. If you guest star on all those, Justin.
The trifecta.
That's the trifecta. There you go.
But the last person we noticed, and they were both on Trapper John MD.
Oh, yes. Trapper John MD as well. The spinoff from MASH.
Yep.
The secondary trifecta.
Trifecta number 2.
Yeah, that's right. Numero dos.
And our last one is John Rubenstein, who plays fellow mobster Carl Benedict. You may know him as Baron Axel von Riker on the TBS show Claws, President Fletcher on the show Dear White People, Ron Schiller on This Is Us, Principal Hobson on Desperate Housewives, and he also played Minister Kuvak on Star Trek Enterprise.
Nice. This guy's been in some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He looks very familiar. If you would shave his head now, because he's obviously lost some hair, you would go, oh, yeah, that dude. I know him. Exactly. I know who he is.
This guy will be in another 2-parter coming up, it looks like.
Who? Rubenstein?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Ambassador, part 1 and 2. He's in that as well.
Same character?
No.
Okay.
It happens a lot on Matlock.
It does.
But this guy was also in Murder, She Wrote.
Mm-hmm. He's got slews of credits to his name.
Yeah, he does.
And just as a side note, I'm going to mention that he is a guest star, but he doesn't have a lot on his IMDb page. But Sean Cassidy will be playing the role of Craig Gentry. And he was Joe Hardy on the Hardy Boys Nancy Drew Mysteries back in the day. Did you guys ever read Hardy Boys?
I read it. I never watched any. I didn't even watch any of the stuff, but I read them. Yeah, for sure.
Jason, you?
I like the Hardy Boys.
Not in my memory, but I think I have.
Not in your memory?
I don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure I at least read one of them because I loved mysteries as a kid.
I never read any of them. I was more of a choose your own adventure dude.
I love those too.
Oh, those were fantastic.
Boxcar Children, Goosebumps.
I knew there was Treehouse Detective ones too. Do you guys remember the Treehouse Detective?
I do.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I remember as a 6th grader, maybe 5th or 6th grader. I remember my female cousin got Sweet Valley High, and there was one book where there was some little bit of hanky panky.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I ran to the bookstore and bought that one. I wanted to know. I was like, how much hanky panky was there. It was just a little making out. That's all it was.
What page exactly, cousin?
Justin, you were there? That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. What paragraph? Before or after the tilde?
All right. With that then, gentlemen, if there's nothing else, are you ready to give an opinion, your opinion, and only your opinion, so help you?
Maybe.
That's all they can ever do, John.
Yes.
Then it's time to testify.
Oh man, I wish I was aware of doing that. That'd have been a lot of fun. It's time to testify.
You fit it in. That's all right.
I missed it.
You know, that's all right. All right, the plot of this episode. Ben's client is the son of a mobster who is accused of killing an important politician. Our opening scene for both episodes, and this happens quite frequently when there's a two-parter, they use the same opening scenes. It's just old-timey news footage of, criminals and cops, et cetera, et cetera. My first thing that I noticed, so they have this scene of like downtown Atlanta, and there is no traffic in downtown Atlanta. When in God's name did they film this? Because there's always traffic in Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh man, I've driven through Atlanta several times. The worst traffic I've ever experienced in my whole life. I love Atlanta. Atlanta's great. Worst traffic I've ever experienced in my whole life.
Dude, you're preaching. I have a friend that lives in suburban Atlanta, and when I went down to visit him, oh my gosh, that. And then here's the other thing. It's mentioned somewhere in the opening part of this episode that somebody's calling in the street address of the building, and they say Peachtree Road. Everything's Peachtree down there. Every single road, it's Peachtree Ave or Peachtree Circle or Peachtree.
Like, I mean, the state of peaches, man.
I guess.
It's weaseling in.
I guess. I haven't been down there recently, within the last, say 10 years when GPS is now a thing, on your phone and whatnot. So, but back in the day, when you had your MapQuest
you get
directions
lost pretty
printed
easy,
out.
right?
Yeah. You were like, huh? What?
Just drop peach from the whole sentence. Just be like, is it tree or is it nut? What is it? Corn?
Is it avenue? Is it circle? Just call it, go down to the avenue,
That's right. Yeah.
So a news crew is going to crash into this business office, which is owned, I guess, by Craig Gentry. It's revealed that Gentry is actually Sam Gerard's son, and he's hit with a subpoena.
I did have a question. Does the Gerard family come up in other Matlock stuff, or is it just this specifically? I thought maybe if it's a crime family, you might have heard earworms of that name. You know what I mean?
There's zero continuity in this show.
Okay.
Actually, though, but remember, Jason, we did talk about this in season 1 when they have the other mob family with Joe Penny, who was in Jake and the Fat Man. He was the guest star. That particular group of families is going to show up in an upcoming season. I don't remember the name, but you remember Joe Penny, and we were like, oh, he's the guy from Jake and the Fat Man, blah, 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 blah. He returns as that mobster in a later episode. I'm pretty sure.
It just seems like low hanging fruit for having some little tidbits in there.
Yeah, yeah. And then I do think that would certainly make for an awkward meeting after everybody left, right?
Right. Yeah.
Awkward.
Also, coming in with a film crew and stuff, I was like, who does that? What is that in case he gets murdered in the office? Hey, make sure I bring the cameras so that they don't kill me when I'm in there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go subpoena this guy. Bring the cameras.
Well, my question is, why is a congressman handing out subpoenas?
Well, he's fighting crime, right? He's fighting the mob. So that's where I always picture Harvey Dent when it comes to stuff like that, being very open and you know what I mean? He's serving papers to the mafia. But at the same time the camera crew had the camera pointed down, they weren't they barely filmed it. It's why are you even there? Documenting my life.
And I think the whole idea is very 80s of I'm going to rush in and I'm going to catch these people on camera doing something. And they're just sitting there and he's got a PowerPoint up and he's like, so the building should cost $8 million. Hey, what are you doing in here? I mean, it's nothing.
The toilets in the West Wing are overflowing. What?
You expect for him to have guns and cocaine all over the boardroom.
Yeah, Tony Montana, Scarface level office building.
Yeah, exactly. So Craig does admit to the rest of the people in the boardroom after the congressman leaves and everybody else leaves that he is tied to the Gerard family, and that shouldn't influence the deal that they have on the table. And the businessmen say, well, we're going to need to think about this to continue. Craig sees Ben at his office. And did Craig say something about, or Ben, I think, said it actually, something about handling his divorce?
Yeah, he did. Like, handled your divorce. Yeah, he definitely did.
So is there any law that Ben can't, defend you on? I mean, divorce, murder. I mean, is he involved in?
He's like a handyman lawyer, right? He's like, murder trial. Yeah, I'm in. Divorce, sure. Tax evasion, I got you.
Yeah, he loves money. We've established this.
That's right.
He'll take any case for money. Well,
that's right.
Not any case. He won't take it if he thinks you're guilty. But other than that, money.
And as we say on this podcast, it's all about that cream. Cash rules everything around Matlock. All right, moving on.
That was terrible.
What?
That was. It was just the flow of it. It was just like, I liked it, John. I did. I just want to make fun of it.
That's our catchphrase on this. One of many.
Cream?
Cream. Cash rules everything around
I like
Matlock.
the song. That's great. Yeah.
We'd love to get shirts made. In fact, we have a listener that would love to have one. And we're still working on that, by the way. We have not totally...
Is it a picture of Matlock drinking like a pint of milk with like cream as the label?
It is now, Justin.
It is now. That's right.
Like, I mean...
We were just going to take the Wu-Tang symbol and turn it upside down so it's an M.
That's great, too. Have it as your shirt.
Yeah.
Or have Matlock. For the listeners, I was doing the Wu-Tang signal with my hands.
Because
could you imagine Benjamin Matlock just like Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang.
Matlock is just like the Wu-Tang, Justin. It's for the children.
Yeah. I imagine it'd be good in the family.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
The listeners are like, we hope this Justin guy never comes back.
That's right. Yeah, we brought up Wu-Tang. We're done here.
We're done. This guy's weird. Anyways.
Goodbye.
Craig spills the beans to Ben about everything that has been going on. And so Ben and Craig decides to go visit Congressman McGinnis. And the congressman is investigating mob ties in the Atlanta business world. Craig is kind of a hothead, isn't he?
Yeah, I feel like that went 0 to like 1,000 very quickly. I'm gonna get you. It was like 5 minutes. Like, take a deep breath. Let's just talk this out for like a half a minute.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, because later he explodes once, and then later on, there's like the news story on the TV where the lackey rushes in and is like, Congressman McGinnis, you got to turn on Channel 6, which is also kind of a cliche type of thing in the 80s too, because why do you have to relive what you just did? Right. What you did.
Yeah, I was there. But him being a hothead, I wonder, his childhood probably sucked, right? Having a mafia don as like your father, you know what I mean? I imagine maybe there were hugs in his childhood. Who knows?
Jason, what's your thoughts on this hot-headedness, this ill temper of Craig Gentry?
Jason's pretty upset all the time anyway, so he's probably relating.
Maybe he was spoiled as a kid.
We don't really get any backstory.
There's no backstory there. He's
There's
just like,
not.
I don't hang out with my dad. That's basically all we got.
Yeah, for 10 years I told my dad to go fly a kite, and I've been on my own. Mm-hmm. So Ben wants zero publicity for the testimony that the congressman is going to corral, so to speak, or have happen. If Craig testifies, he wants no publicity to protect his business interests. And of course, the congressman's like, no, absolutely not. So that's what leads to turning on the TV, seeing the news story. Everybody gets their dander all worked up. And here we go to yet another wonderful cliche of not only this show, but many shows of the 80s. Jason, as you know, if you work late, you're going to die.
It's true. But at least, there was nobody running in to grab the murder weapon and rub their hair follicles everywhere and get fingerprints on everything. Blood all over the place.
Sorry, you said something that made me think. when were fingerprints like starting to become a thing? Because that's a relatively new thing, right? Not new in terms of the 2000s, but like 80s and 90s. How new? Was it the 60s, 70s? When did we get it?
J. Edgar was, I think, one of the first people.
So the FBI. That, right? So back when we were doing that.
Okay. So I'm thinking like 30s and 40s, like even back
for
to
fingerprints
then.
Back then.
For standard, I think that's standard police protocol by the 30s.
I'm pretty sure Edgar introduced
that. We've asked and talked about DNA, and I don't think DNA, Justin, was a thing until
that's more of what I'm thinking.
Mid 90s, mid 90s was kind of a DNA type of deal.
Galton, the cousin of Charles Darwin, started studying fingerprints in 1880s. So it's been around for a long time.
1892, Argentine chief police officer created the first method of recording the fingerprints.
Cool.
Okay.
So I was thinking of DNA. But
DNA. Yeah, DNA is like a mid 90s type of thing. Yeah.
Because the hair follicles would throw me. Sorry, go ahead, John.
Speaking of hair follicles, let's just throw it out here. Man, look. Max Gale, I'm not trying to be that guy, but do something with that mop. I mean, if you're if you're bald, I hate that. Like, if you're bald all the way back to the top of your head, and you have like the weird side swipe thing, shave it off. Just shave it off, man.
I agree. I call it the island hairstyle, where you've got the land here, and then you've got the water on the sides. Just shave it off.
And he had that little tuft right above his forehead. It's like, shave that off. It looks
In other
terrible.
news, John, I've decided to stop cutting my hair. I'm going to grow a bald man's mullet.
Wasn't there like in a horror movie I'm thinking of Harry Potter, the janitor guy. That's the haircut you're going for.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to withhold comment on that because I don't want to open up a giant can of worms. So
for what?
About my knowledge or lack thereof
of Harry Potter.
So
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Well, lo and behold, if you're working late, like Congressman McGinnis, you might be stabbed. And of course, the next morning, a lackey named Ken finds your body. And what do you know? Off we go. We now have a murder to solve. And Matlock is soon going to be called to action. Jason, I know you've already covered it. Your pet peeve has been absolved. No one's messing up the crime scene, because Justin, this happens sometimes and it drives Jason wild, is that when you come in, you're like, oh my God, a dead body. Let me pick up the knife and move this over here. Don't.
Let me put my blood on this blood.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I think I'm going to just spill this coffee here, leave the coffee mug behind. It's got my DNA on it.
We killed the janitor. He was using bleach.
I'm going to bathe in the crime scene. Let's just do this.
Roll around like a kid in the mud.
Oh, man, this is dark.
When this episode started, and a part of me thought we were going to get something different, not a murder trial at first. I was fascinated by that idea, but then we got a murder trial.
Yeah, because I right before the dude died, I pinged Jason. I was like, oh, I think that guy has a side business that was trying to encroach on, the Gendry guy, and then he got stabbed in the chest. I was like, oh, I was wrong. I totally went left with that. Yeah, I was wrong.
So maybe you were thinking that somebody was moving in on the numbers game.
That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, because they found a way to discredit him so they can move in on the business stuff and then take over what he was trying to build.
Yeah. The news reporter outside the building, man, did she get shut down hard? Officer, can I? Oh, excuse me. And she got shut down like that was vicious. That was cold-hearted. We find out that Craig Gentry's file is the only one that is missing from the office of a congressman. And
that's why I knew he didn't do it. I was like, who's going to take the only file? I'm going to cover my tracks by taking my file.
Here's my only thing is later on in the episode, like Matlock says, so all of these cabinets are your files. And I was like, good Lord, that is a lot of files. Like, you need to get a computer. I mean, I know computers are still in their infancy, but come on, man. That's a lot.
At that point, it'd be a lot of data entry, too. It'd be expensive to even convert it over.
I suppose, yeah. I mean,
we'll get that Apple IIe and get to work.
Yeah, because I don't know how well scanning was at the time, but it'd be a while before you're just having a secretary just hammer away at your old files.
Go ahead and scan this. It'll take you 6 hours, but we'll get it done.
All I can think of is when you said Apple IIe is like, hey, Congressman, stop playing Oregon Trail. You got to get these things down.
I see dysentery on your screen.
Sir, you're not typing. You're playing Zork.
Is that Galaga?
Oh, man. So Ben and Craig talk because Craig is arrested. Craig claims he was at a bar during the murder. However, the bartender can't or won't alibi Craig. And there's another witness that places Craig at the scene of the crime. And by the way, cops also found the knife at Craig's home. So that's a lot to digest. I did like how they were cutting the scenes, going from Craig and Ben cutting to the other like interview room where you had the bartender going, I didn't see him there, and that. I liked that. That was some nice cinematography.
Yeah, I liked it too. It really pushed the narrative. Like, who was telling the truth at that point, right? Because you don't know who's telling the truth at the moment.
Yep, absolutely. Ben and Michelle show up at the crime scene, and Ben talks a little bit with Lieutenant Weber and Ken, who was the lackey. They mentioned that the Martinez and Benedict families are two other mobsters that are under investigation. And Michelle goes to interview the night watchman, and he claims he's the only one that has a key to the front door, and that no way could anybody enter without him knowing, especially after hours. Any thoughts on that, guys?
I would love to be that confident in my job, but there's absolutely no way for me to screw something up. You know what I mean? Like, going through whole life, just be like, there's no way. There's 0% chance.
Absolutely.
All I could think of is, that dude was watching the Atlanta Falcons game on
right,
a small TV over in the corner. Yeah, he's not paying attention at all.
Or the Hawks. Like, there's probably some sporting event that's probably way more interesting than watching a door.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Ben interviews the bartender. But as you see while Ben is talking, there's someone hiding behind the door during the interview. And so Ben decides to chase him on foot. And they do get away because they jump in the car, and then Ben is locked out of the bar. Jason, were you surprised by Ben's cardio?
Yeah. He was going.
He was kind of moving. Justin?
He was trying hard.
This whole two-episode deal, I've been impressed with him putting himself in situations that I think would normally get someone killed. Like, let me just walk into this room and I'm going to accuse you of murder by myself. No good. I'm going to drink some peach tea with you, and maybe you'll kill me, maybe you won't. But we'll find out together, Like,
do you think, Justin, since you're not too familiar with the Matlock universe, do you feel like Ben's like, nah, I'm 70 years old. I've lived long enough. It's time to give 0 F's about things. It's time to forget all the rules, and I'm not going to give a flying leap. I'm just going to do whatever.
How dare you, John? He's not 70 in this show.
Well, I don't know how old he is.
60s.
I mean, it just seems like an overabundance of confidence that people won't hurt you because you're a lawyer or because you don't mean them any harm currently. Like, I'll put you to jail, but I'm not going to hurt you, like, today. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, that's a whole... I was just thinking about that. Like, it's like, he's running, he's talking to mob bosses. Like, you might end up with, like, one of the conversations later on in the show is like, we would normally put you in cement shoes and throw you into a river. Like, hey, Matlock, that could have been you. Like, it's not just the random bartender dude we're talking about. Like, that's you, Mr. Lawyer. Like,
I think also, too, because he's so grandfatherly that sometimes he gets off with it, too.
Yeah.
You know?
He's very wholesome. But
yes,
also,
he does.
Yeah.
So Ben shows up at a very fancy house with, may I say, the toughest valet parking guy ever. Like, right? That dude, like, I would not hand my keys to that dude because he's stealing your car.
You are not going back home the way you came.
This is a done deal. Car is stolen.
Car is stolen, and there's 0 chance you're doing anything about it. But this is the weirdest scene in this whole two-parter. Ben comes in, the car's getting parked. He comes in with another goon, and lo and behold, there is mob boss Carl Benedict playing touch football with his massive horde of goons.
Imagine tackling your boss. Like, guess who's not getting a Christmas card? Like, you're about to be killed. Like,
I want goons. What do you find goons? Is there like a Goons R Us?
If you make money, they show up.
I guess. Do you remember? I remember this because my nephews had the action figures. There was a Bob the Goon action figure for Batman 89.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I do.
He had the hat, and then he had like the fingerless gloves, and he I think something happened with his arms too, doesn't it? You press a button, and his arms did like up and down motions. I think.
Yeah, I had that action figure.
Oh, nice. Hey, what sport do you think mobsters are good at? I mean, from TV, movies, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know for sure in real life what sports are good at, but what would you predict?
I mean, based on a lot of the movies and TV shows, they're good at fixing boxing matches.
Mm-hmm. But what about them boxing themselves?
I mean, 6-1 does the other. If I'm bribing the dude across from me to do something, I'm just saying, like, it seems like, what was it? Daredevil's dad got killed because he was going against the box. Like, there's a lot of instances where there's mob money thrown around the boxing ring. So if the guy isn't going to go in the ring and fight, I would imagine the other guy's getting paid off to take a dive, or depending on whatever narrative they're trying to produce.
Thank you for the picture of Bob the Goon action figure. By the way, he had power kick action, not his arms. No, it was power kick.
Oh,
Jason, what do you think? What from everything you've seen, from The Godfather to Goodfellas to all of those TV shows and movies, what sport do you think mobsters would excel at?
Horse racing.
What would they excel at? Yeah, betting on horse racing. That would be what my prediction is. Not horse racing itself, betting on horse racing.
No, wait, I mean, no, they would have to physically get on the horse and ride the horse.
I don't think any mobsters are doing any sports.
No, I think baseball, because they're used to using baseball bats.
Oh my God, that's a good one. No, it's a good one. It's a good one.
A lot of the Italian mobsters that you see, they're bigger people because we like our spaghetti.
True.
I remember my grandma. She was like, "You need to eat more of that spaghetti. You're too thin." I'm sitting here at 210 pounds.
Are you blaming your grandmother for your current
way to take zero responsibility?
I'm just saying, the older Italian ladies, they want their children fed well.
Yeah, but
so you're saying, wait a minute. So you're saying,
if I'm taking a baseball bat to someone's kneecaps, that's good cardio. I would imagine they're going to be in good shape, so they need the pasta on the back end to keep.
Is there a kneecap sport? There should be.
No, time out. First of all, you brought it up the other day on another episode. Kirby Puckett, not a small guy. He would hit the home runs, and then he wouldn't have to be fast. He just trot around the bases.
We're smarter, not harder there, John.
That's right. Tony Gwynn, same thing. There you go. John Kruk. I could go on and on and on. Anyways, well, okay. I'm going baseball.
It's a giant mafia tangent.
I would love to see,
it's very relevant to the conversation.
I would love to see the mobsters playing soccer.
I mean, Italy has a wonderful soccer team.
They do.
The national team is fantastic.
Just the other team if they come close to your goal.
I don't think they'd be around very long if they're murdering the opposition. We can't invite the Italians anymore. They killed all of France. We have to go.
Yeah, that's crossing a line even FIFA won't go to. Hey, look, we'll take bribes, we'll do all kinds of stuff, but murdering a team, that's where we draw the line.
Yeah, bad for business if we keep losing people.
All right, so Ben interviews Carl Benedict in his home, and he makes the accusation that Benedict tried to kill the congressman and frame Craig to get back at the Gerard family. But then there's your obligatory, cliched veiled threat from Carl to Ben. My question is, I would have liked a little bit more details on what's the beef between the Gerard family and the Benedict family.
I have a feeling that they're so loose with this, they probably don't even know. You know what I mean? They probably didn't think about but I would imagine it's money related, right? Turf war. Mafia didn't really get into drugs, right? So probably, I don't know, betting, right?
Betting, probably. I think it's alluded to that the Martinez family is involved in the moving of illegal narcotics.
Yeah. That was
we're talking about the Italian mafia. There's several shows. I don't know if that's true or not, but they were very staunchly against drugs, right? Got John Gotti in trouble, things like that.
In The Godfather, the whole point of that movie is they want to bring drugs into the system.
Well, it caused a whole war, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, and I know from Goodfellas, Paul Sorvino was very, very against drugs. I remember. Well,
The Sopranos, Tony killed his nephew because he was doing drugs. Right?
Spoiler alert.
Okay. Sopranos is what, 20 years old?
And here we go. Another hot take. I've never seen The Sopranos.
It's very good. You should watch it.
Okay.
You should watch it.
Okay. Cool. I'll give it. I mean, I like the theme song a lot.
Yeah. I mean, if you have HBO Max, and you got some time, there's no reason not to.
Okay.
Please give it a shot.
You know what? Maybe I will finish The Sopranos before I finish Deadwood.
Deadwood is also very good. You should watch Deadwood. You don't like it?
See the previous episode. I listen. Okay,
it was the tangent that got me.
Tangent. Deadwood. I've heard so many great things about it.
Yeah.
I watched the first season, and listen, I love Molly Parker. I love Timothy Olyphant. I like Ian McShane. I like all those people, right? But the first season was so kind of It was really good. Then it was 3 episodes of nothing happening, and then it got good. Justin, I can't get through season 2. Like I watched the first couple episodes, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
Right.
I just don't care.
That was me in Lost. I need to go back to it. Like Jason makes fun of me for not finishing Lost, so I'm with you.
Yeah. So
hey, man, everybody has their opinion, and I think with any shows, it's all about the expectations you take in with you, and that's why it's hard to go back and watch something that's been so praised.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about mobsters and Matlock.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Deadwood though? That's a fun little town to hang out in.
Okay. Cool.
Well, it's Tombstone, right? Same idea. Deadwood.
Okay.
Tombstone.
Cool. I'll put that on my list of places to go. Speaking of people going places, Tyler Hudson finally appears in the episode. And I know, Jason, you're going to be happy because you have been clamoring for more Tyler Hudson throughout the last few episodes. Yeah, you're going to get your wish.
Hudson has been our guest star cameo in like the last 3 or 4. He shows up for 2 seconds, says a line, and leaves for the rest of the episode.
So Tyler's checking Craig Gentry into a hotel to keep him safe. And Craig asks, hey, Tyler Hudson, how long you been working for Matlock? And he goes, a couple of years. Well, you didn't notice the guy with the gun behind you, by the way. Oh, snap.
I enjoyed that. I laughed quite a bit at that.
That was good. But Tyler follows them, and mob guys kind of surround Tyler in the foyer of the hotel. And Craig introduces him to Sam Gerard. So Ben shows up a little bit later on, and he's frisked. Do you think this is the first time ever that's happened to Ben?
No, he's been frisked often, I bet. He puts himself in those positions I was telling you before. Like if you're going to hang out with mob bosses and things like that who are constantly worrying about their health, I would imagine you get frisked.
Yeah, he's going to get frisked.
I also want to comment that if this is supposedly the, quote, penthouse, end quote, of this hotel.
Not impressed?
No, it looks like an incredibly crappy hotel. I mean, I have stayed in regular hotel rooms that were 10 times better than that one. And I'm just talking about a regular like Holiday Inn or Marriott, not like the penthouse suite.
I'm curious what penthouses looked like in the 80s compared to the 2000s. You know what I mean? Like how, because obviously amenities have changed, right? So like, I don't know how much, like a big tube TV might be a penthouse worthy TV at the time. You know?
Maybe. After Ben is patted down for weapons, he then goes into the room and he meets Elliot Atkins, who is the shady lawyer for the Gerard family. And while Elliot and Ben are talking, all of a sudden from the other room, Craig and Gerard, they're arguing in front of Elliot and Ben, and Craig storms off, and that leaves Ben and Sam Gerard to discuss certain things about the case. And here you go, Justin. This is one where it seems that like Ben's really pushing the envelope because he gets right down to brass tacks, man. You should go back to New York City. You should just mind your P's and Q's because you're going to ruin it for your kid in this trial, blah, 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 blah. And obviously, Justin, I think you think that that's a little bit pushing it.
Well, I mean, mafia thing is like, all I know is pop culture, right? And the random things I've gotten here and there about like actual mafia families, right? It's just like, if this dude's an actual like Don type of dude, like, gotta tread carefully, right? Like you could end up being like one wrong sentence and you could be dead, like especially in the 80s.
What'd you say, Jason?
He'd be swimming with the fishes.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Anyway, they still haven't found what's his name's body, right? The dude, like,
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, still haven't.
Lo and behold, Ben demands to know where Tyler Hudson is, and we find out Tyler's winning at poker, beating all the goons, man.
He's another one that I was concerned about the whole time. He's like walking into like a den of thieves, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna talk real tough. I recorded a message for Matlock. Don't kill me. Like, what are you doing? I appreciate the effort, but man."
So
a great way to get murdered.
Are you a fan of Tyler?
I like Tyler a lot. I just don't want him to seem dead. Like, it seems like he's on his way to getting murdered. He just rolls into places and talks a whole bunch of trash and gets beat up and gets thrown into a hallway.
Yeah, don't follow us.
Right, yeah. The guy with the gun, don't follow us. What's he do? 5 minutes later, he's like,
literally, as soon as they left the room, he turned the corner and was like, I'm going to follow you guys now. Like, bold move, Cotton.
There you go. Tyler and Cassie, they watched the video from the news cast, and they find out that the limo driver, Morales, is there. He's there outside the building. And I love how Cassie, Jason, dispatches Tyler to go find Morales. I thought it was hilarious. Like, she's like, yep, we need somebody to go find him. Oh, you mean me? You know, I thought that was
good. Like, that poor man's going to die.
He's an ensign in Star Trek. You know he would be.
Yeah. He's a red shirt all day.
So, Jason, were you happy with this initial Tyler sighting, so to speak?
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, it's very funny that he strolls into this dump of a bar. Shots all around, man. Shots all around. And Tyler wants to talk to this Morales person. And he gets thrown into an office.
Yeah, he sure does.
It's not the last time, or it's not the first time, and it won't be the last time.
No, that's why I can't stop giggling. He meets Juanita Martinez, who is the head of the Martinez family. And you know what? I'm going to give props to the writers and the producers. It's good to see a woman in power. Not just a man, Don. No. A female Don? Is that? Or
I do not know the right term, but yes,
I don't know the right term either.
Yeah,
it's good to see a woman in charge of the family. Let's go that way. Mm-hmm. So the congressman was going to subpoena Juanita, and that's why she was in the limo. And so that explains why she was there. That satisfies Tyler. And we cut to a scene where Michelle and Elliot kind of do a little bit of jousting in the office, verbally jousting, that is. And Elliot reveals that he grew up with the Gerards. That's why he's this lawyer. There's a little bit of flirting going on between the two of them.
I'm going to buy you a drink.
And they end up at the same crappy bar as we've seen before. And right then and there, I knew something was up. I knew it. Jason, Justin, what did you think about this scene in the bar?
I loved it. It's everything I was trying to say earlier, like in our conversation. Like, it's like they don't handle things like diplomatically. You're going to end up with shoes or a shotgun to your chest. Like, something bad will happen to you if you keep messing with these people, right? Like, nothing good happens. And that's all he was trying to imply to that bartender, right? That the direction, the conversation was to the bartender. It had nothing to do with her, right? He was there because they were having a date. But, like, that message was definitely not to her, right? And it was great. And I liked it a lot.
I agree with everything Justin just said. 100%.
And I even like the smooth move where he hits him with the subpoena.
Yeah.
Like right at the end. Like that's I was like that's some good stuff. Mm-hmm. We go to our first courtroom scene, and what do you know? The goons and Sam Gerard enter, and they're there to intimidate everybody. And so Ben asked to talk to Sam Gerard in the restroom. Why would you go in the restroom? Like, that's the most secluded place where you could get knifed like that. Why, Ben? Why?
Because he doesn't value his own life.
Ben doesn't give an F. We've established this. Ben does not care. He is an OG.
Whoa.
Like, he's just going to walk into the place and take care of business.
He'll walk his way to heaven. Like, I don't care if you're an OG or not. Like, everyone bleeds. Like, that's not fun.
Wow, folks, it's getting hot in here. I mean, right. Jason bringing out the strong language, and Justin bringing out the wise old timey, like, everybody bleeds. You know?
I mean, I'm not trying to be dark, but just like
it's morbid in here now.
You're gonna get I'm worried for that old man's health.
All right, Ben promises that he's going to get to the truth, but Sam Gerard has to send his men away because it sends a bad message to the jury. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to be immature, but I couldn't stop laughing, and I'm sure these two gents are in the
Dick
same
Silver.
boat. Dick Silver.
Old Dick Silver. Yeah, I don't know who named that person, but man, Richard had it rough. That's all I'm going to say.
That's brilliant naming. Gotta say to the parents out there.
Pretty on the nose.
I mean, do you think that I don't know who played Dick Silver. I forgot to write him down in the guest stars because I don't know if he had too many roles. But do you think like that was like a giant practical joke? Like Andy Griffith
had to have been. Well, yeah. Was Richard or Dick, the version of Richard, was that a common thing in the 80s? I just think going back to the 80s, like it's yeah. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just like whatever. Like we haven't penisized the name yet or whatever.
No, it's been penisized. I just thought, like in my mind, I could see like the casting director comes in, gives Andy Griffith the run sheet, and he's like, "Oh, you hired this guy to play the cab driver? Yeah, we got to call him Dick Silver." He doesn't have a name, Andy. He doesn't. We just call him Gerald. No, his name is Dick Silver. Dick Silver. I hate that guy. Dick Silver's his name. Okay, Andy. All right, whatever.
Live your best life, man.
Yeah. There's like a PA talking to that guy. Like, so you're going to be playing the role of Dick Silver. Wait, I thought his name was Gerald, Gerald the cab driver. No.
Dick Silver. Andy. Yeah.
Dick Silver is the name of an actor.
What?
Yeah, his actual name?
He was in one thing called Winner Take All.
Good for him.
Wait a minute. When was this movie made?
You have a new fan.
1975.
I can't believe that they would. So it's a double joke. Like maybe they thought, oh, this guy, he's as good as that old actor, and we'll give him a name with a penis in it. So,
that's right. I think he was scrolling through whatever version of IMDb in the 80s there was and being like, Dick Silver.
Scrolling through IMDb in 1988. Oh, yeah.
I said whatever version of it was.
You know what it was.
That newspaper?
You see would you like me to go get my old school dictionary? That's pretty much what that was. Like, I'm sure that was the list of actors and actresses in Hollywood. You know, it was like 1,700 pages.
The 60s and 70s.
Well, anywho, so Cassie and Ben talk about the case, and this is after hours. And I did like how she goes, I got him to make me a sandwich because I gave him my phone number, or what he thinks is my phone number. Has that ever happened to you too?
I've never got fake numbered.
Have I? Maybe once or twice. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to lie, so potentially.
You know what? I got to be honest too. I think maybe once it happened to me, but I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm sure it happened to me. I'm sure it did.
I'm sure people have regretted giving me their number, 100%. But I don't know that we had a fake one.
Ben all of a sudden gets a mystery call on his phone. The barkeep wants to talk to him. So Ben goes off and he goes to the bar. And what do you know? It's unlocked even though it's closed. So what would you do? You'd enter it, of course. And Ben finds the barkeep dead, and then he gets KO'd, and that ends part one. What do you guys think about part one so far?
I liked it. It had the right level of like wholesome and dark, because I always felt like, there was no fear of like Ben actually getting hurt, right? It seemed like your grandpa was going through and doing stuff, but I don't know. It set up. I wanted to watch episode 2, which I didn't think I'd want to do that, and then I did. It was good.
Jason?
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it a lot, actually.
Okay, all right.
Without getting too spoilery.
Yeah, we don't want to necessarily do that. So let's just go ahead. Let's jump on into it. This is part 2. We cut to a scene where Ben is talking to the cops. The cops state that a gunshot was heard around 9 p.m. Ben shows up about 10 minutes later, and Lieutenant Weber tries to talk Ben into dropping the case, and that's not going to happen, man. You're not going to convince Matlock to drop the case.
No, and I am very relieved that Ben didn't grab like a murder weapon, and again, like I said at the beginning, he didn't start swimming in the body.
Well, he knows better.
You would hope so.
Yes. Cassie shows up, and she helps Ben get home with his ice pack on his head. When he said, "You may have a concussion," I was like, uh-oh. Does he have to go into concussion protocol? Does he got to go to the blue tent?
I do. Okay, that tangent, but I do like how they pitch the tent over people. Like you see the end of those games, like they just roll the thing over them. It's great.
Yeah. It's it's very high tech. Here's a pop-up tent. Just go in there. We're gonna run a few tests.
Very safe.
Very safe. All right, Ben goes back to see Gerard, and here you go, Justin. You're getting a full dose of Grumpy Ben Matlock. What do you think of Grumpy Ben?
I mean, he holds no punches in a very kind way, but like he can have some smart lines. I'm spacing like the one I was thinking about, but like when he was talking to the Godfather dad, he was like, "You seem to use my son when he's convenient for you," and he was just like, "Oh, we're alike in that way." Like I don't remember the line specifically, but like he can be pretty quick witted, at least from what I can tell.
Jason, what do you think about this version of Grumpy Ben?
I like this version of Grumpy Ben.
Yeah, because he tells off the goons, "Don't touch me," and then he barges into the penthouse suite, and then finds out nobody's there. So then he goes down and confronts Sam Gerard in the parking garage because he thinks Gerard's going to go and start murdering people because of the death of the bartender. So, and Justin, I wrote it down right here. Sam Gerard, "When it suits you, he's my son."
Yeah,
and,
I mean, that was a great line. That was a great line. I was like, oh, there we go. And, and Ben tries to convince him and successfully does into don't start a war over this, okay? What do you know? We're back at the crappy bar where the Martinez hangs out. And once again, shots for everybody. Right? Oh, man. I'm going to get the people drunk that beat me up.
And a question: why is everybody so angry when he says shots for everyone?
I know. Even if you're like, "Oh, I don't trust this guy. He's a narc," you'd be like, he is buying the shots.
He's giving me some alcohol. Yeah.
I mean, all right, fine. I like that he gets thrown into Juanita's office, and this time even more violently than the first time.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I'm concerned about his health. Like, he just gets chucked into things.
You missed a few episodes ago. He crashes through a window. Because on purpose. Like, he runs and jumps through the window and smashes through it to talk to an assailant. It was something. I mean, Tyler's not afraid to mix it up, man.
Right. Agreed.
Tyler and Juanita go back and forth about the involvement of the Martinez family in the killing of the barkeep. And Tyler makes a very funny exit as I think he quickly scampers out and climbs on top of the couch and then leaves. So I thought that was pretty amusing. Ben gets on the elevator, and then two goons get in. So Ben is taken to see Carl Benedict. Benedict claims that he wasn't involved in the murder. And then this has to be the craziest thing that has happened on Matlock in a while. Benedict plays some sort of Russian roulette with his henchmen, Paul and Tom. All I got to say is this. If that's the working environment that you have to go to every single day, you might want to look for another henchman job.
Right. It's like working for the Joker. Like, pardon me?
Yeah. Yeah. Also, too, I'd just like to throw it out there real quick. I don't know if you two caught this, but Tom, when he's standing there with the gun pointing at Paul, man, does he have some pleats in those khakis.
Right? He's very pleated.
Very pleated. I know those things were all the rage back in the 80s, but don't hold up well. And by the way, just so if anybody thought, John, you're always gender biased, picking on the women wearing shoulder pads and outlandish outfits. Ha! I picked on one of the males. So there you go.
But if you have to call it out, it's probably need to do it more often. If it's a thing we have to call out.
As a side note, ladies and gentlemen, John is currently wearing shoulder pads.
I'm not wearing shoulder pads. Knock it off. Knock it off. Cut it out. Or however that hands.
I
don't know.
About, yeah, cut it out. Yeah.
All right. What do you know? There's an attack on the Carl Benedict home. And man, we have never seen this level of violence on an episode of Matlock, have we, Jason?
No, it's getting crazy.
It is. Machine guns versus simple handguns. You're not winning that battle.
I just loved how you said that. You're right. You are right. There's a lot more bullets on one side.
Exactly. They had a truck. They had a station wagon. I mean, they had it packed to the gills with machine guns. You're not winning that one, man.
I don't know, John. Riggs and Murtaugh seem to come out pretty good during machine gun battles.
That's true. That's true. But maybe they have a better skill set than Carl Benedict.
That's
a certain set of skills.
John McClane's also a good one to get out of gun on machine gun fights.
That's why you got to be like the A-Team. Just have your own machine guns handy. There you go.
All you need is Mr. T. He is your machine gun.
There you go. So Lieutenant Weber shows up later to investigate the attack on Carl Benedict. The cops want to talk to Sam Gerard, but guess what? They're not cops, man. They're hired guns. And they shoot Sam Gerard in his, quote, penthouse, end quote. Again, this, Justin, you don't understand.
Yeah, I'm
joining us.
Not used to this, right?
No. Jason, are you used to this level of tomfoolery with guns and shootouts and chases and whatnot?
No, I feel like that in this episode they decided to just throw everything in that they thought of.
They're like, well, we're doing the mob, so we can do this.
Yeah.
Exactly. Does the mob come up a lot in Matlock?
One other time so far.
Okay.
So Ben chats with Craig in the waiting room, and we get the news that Sam Gerard's going to survive. All right, he's not. He's got to have
the heck out of me.
I did too. I was surprised. Yeah, I agreed because they got him right in the chest.
Yeah, but center mass.
But he does have to have his spleen removed. Guys, what the heck does a spleen do? I don't even know.
It helps push toxins out, but your body does not need it. Because I thought you needed a
spleen. That was the kidney.
What's that?
The kidney's what that does that, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Spleen, you can just remove your spleen. People have spleens removed all the time, right?
I think spleen does your blood, whereas
kidneys is like urine. Yeah,
urine and your liquids. Okay. I think. I don't know. Jason, are you on the case?
Yeah, the spleen has some important functions. It fights invading germs in the blood. The spleen contains infection-fighting white blood cells.
Nailed it.
Okay. All right, there you go. Maybe we should call this episode Shots and Spleens. Ooh, that could be a great hashtag. There you go. Folks, check us out on all of our social medias. Hit us up with the hashtag Shots and Spleens. You can get us on Twitter. Just go to @MatTalk_podcast. On Facebook, @MatTalk Podcast. And let us know that you enjoyed this episode by tagging it with hashtag Shots and Spleens.
Yeah, or you can let us know
thoughts and prayers.
Let us know what your least and favorite John dad joke was in this episode by emailing us at benmattalk@gmail.com.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't made any dad jokes so far yet.
And John, you're a walking dad joke, just like I am.
All right. Well, anyways, so then Tyler's back again at Martinez's bar. This never got old with me. This was like, I referenced this, I think, a few months ago. The movie "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker." Like when Damon Wayans and Kadeem Hardison, like, you could take the windows or you could take the stairs. We'll take the stairs. Every time that joke was funny to me, that he'd throw him down the flight of stairs. And this was the same way. Every time Tyler got thrown into that office, I giggled hysterically because it was hilarious.
Yeah, I did too. I liked it a lot. I felt bad for his health, but it was real funny to me.
It was. I used to laugh every time Jazz got thrown out of the house on The Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
And this reminded me of that.
It's a good way to phrase it.
That's a good one as well. Yeah, absolutely. So Tyler talks with Juanita and said that the red station wagon that was part of the attack on the Benedict compound is what gave it away. And Juanita pulls a gun on Tyler. That escalated quickly.
Sure.
Tyler gives his theory. And I thought this was epic, man, because I like how he started his watch. He busted out in 60 seconds his entire theory, stopped the watch, and was cool as the other side of the pillow.
Tyler's super cool. I just think he could die a lot.
There's another gunfight, maybe. Well, no, because Ben shows up, and he calls a truce, man. You know, hey, Benedict crew. Hey, Gerard crew. You got to stop, man. You got to stop. And instead of gunfights, we're going to pull out knives like West Side Story and dance around in the middle of the alley.
Word.
I hope those snaps are coming across in your earbuds, ladies and gentlemen, because because we were certainly hamming it up for that.
Only the best special effects here on Mattalk.
That's right. Too bad we didn't have a song prepared for you all. I'm so sorry about that. We should have prepped the song to go along with that. Anyways, Ben lectures Sam Gerard on his behavior impacting the trial, and what do you know? Carl Benedict walks through the door into Sam Gerard's room and says, "Hey, man, we're sorry. We were trying to, we didn't mean to shoot up everything. We were just smoothing things out. We thought that we were being attacked, so we were on the defensive. We're sorry about that." And Gerard agrees to the truce. And in a very tender moment, Ben and Sam Gerard talk about kids.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
It was. Except for, and I know Jason's going to back me up on this, there was no mention of how many kids Ben has.
Is that a running concern in the Matlock community?
Jason, I'll let you field this one.
We've had 3 different actresses play as kids, but only 2 different names, Leanne and Charlene. But they're never referenced about each other to each other. So Leanne is never referenced to Charlene, and Charlene is never referenced to Leanne, but apparently he has a good relationship with his children.
Mm-hmm. Even though he doesn't mention their names. Mm-hmm.
So Matlock is deadbeat dad.
He's not a deadbeat dad. All right?
It feels like that's what you're saying.
Listen, it's the 80s. You got to be tough with your kids. You got to get them to stand up so they're not lazy and living in your basement for 40 years. That's what Matlock is.
So we don't talk to them.
So we don't talk about them. Exactly. No, it is a big question about the Matlock universe because, Charlene does disappear in season 2. And then Leanne shows up, I think, season 6, or 5 maybe. And so there's this big question as, does he have 2 daughters or is there just 1 daughter and they switch the names? So we find out that Ben is working with Juanita. He wants Juanita to find a legitimate alibi for Craig. And then we cut to a scene where Tyler's in the cab and he's talking to good old Dick Silvers.
Oh, Dick.
I like the line from Tyler when he hands him all that money. He goes, you can't spend money in jail.
Yeah, that was a good one. I liked it too.
That was a good one.
I liked it.
Even though I've seen some documentaries where it seems like if you have money in jail, you can spend it.
You can buy a lot of cartons of cigarettes for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So, and weed and other illegal paraphernalia. But we go to the courtroom, and Dick Silver is on the stand. And on the night of the murder, Dick is missing his glasses, but he has his backup pair. And Dick testifies that he saw Tyler and Ben talking by the office building. But it's not Ben. He was in a meeting with the DA. It was some other jamoke that happened to dress up in BenMattalk cosplay, and he's brought into the courtroom.
Where do you think he found that guy? Like the random swap meet? It was like, hey, you look kind of like me. I need to borrow you for an afternoon. You know what I mean?
Tyler was in charge of that. Ben wasn't doing that himself. He's like, go get me.
Tyler, I need you to find someone who looks exactly like me. Just for the evening, though.
That's not weird at all.
Not weird, yeah. Pardon me, sir. I don't put your life at risk for a hot minute.
Now, I think this is a great example of the range of Andy Griffith because we've talked many times, Jason. I know you and I have talked many times about it. A Face of the Crowd, which is a, I believe, 1954 movie with an evil character played by Andy Griffith, and he's so darn good playing an evil character. And we see a little bit.
Thought about him being an evil character.
Oh, yeah, A Face in the Crowd is fantastic. It's really, really well done, and it's really scary how it rings true to modern times. So it's great, and he plays a really evil individual, and I think there's a hint of it here when Dick Silvers was like, "You're trying to trick me," and Ben laughs in his face. Ha ha ha! Of course I did. I'm like, that's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded.
It's like Dave Chappelle. I got you, bit. Oh man.
So Michelle interviews a witness at the Martinez bar, and the witness claims that she saw Craig in a bar. But did anybody else know right off the bat that this witness was a sham?
Yeah, she was looking at the people, like not the interviewer, but the people that are like brought her in. Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I saying the right stuff?
Yeah, Jason, what did you think about this whole scene?
Oh yeah, sham.
And we do find out, indeed, it is, because Michelle calls out the witness on the whole idea. So you went to this certain deli and you got ham and Swiss. You can't because it's a kosher deli. You would have thought that they would.
What a flub.
Yeah, you would have thought that they would have planned that out. Come on. Yeah. Elliot's there, the attorney. He should have been able to like coax her into saying, I was going somewhere else.
Yeah, and the lawyer was even like, "Good try" or whatever. Like, wasn't a good try. Like,
no, it wasn't.
Here, man.
We got a little discussion between Cassie and Tyler where they're worried about Ben, and this also made me laugh that Tyler can't get into Ben's office. Like, no matter how many times he tries to go in the door, somebody else comes in the office, goes in the door. I'm here to see Ben. Like, just again, ridiculous, over the top. Probably not necessary, but it made me chuckle. What do you guys think?
Great. Yeah, no, it was great. It's that. I mean, these are serious topics, right? So like having that slapstick stuff, even for a moment, is fun too. I think.
Yeah, I agree. So Cassie and Ben watch the newscast tape again, and this time Ben has an idea. It's not people going into the building; it's people coming out of the building. Mm-hmm. And so we cut to a final courtroom scene where Lieutenant Weber is on the stand. Jason, I know oftentimes I rely on you to fact check some things. Could you find out how much is $40,000 in 1988? How much is that worth? Because
we should guess. We should guess. Probably
okay,
80,
go ahead, Justin. What do you think?
I think it's probably. I bet it's double. It's probably around 80.
You think 80? Okay, I'm gonna go 65.
We're talking about like in today's money, right? If we were
today's money. Yeah.
What was your guys' guesses? I'm sorry.
65 and 80.
Whoever had 65 is the closest.
Oh man! All right.
Oh wait, hold on. Whoa. Sorry, I read it wrong. It transfers to about $94,269.
Oh man, price is right. I'd be right, but I was still pretty off.
Wow. You know what? Because when they threw that out there, Ben's like, "Oh, you can pay the bills." I mean, basically with that $40,000 to $50,000 you make, I'm like, is he like kind of like trying to point out that he's poor? Because immediately I was like, that's probably still a lot of money at that time in 1988, I would think.
Well, it just goes to show you how much time has changed for us, right, in terms of the value of our dollar, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How crazy is that?
Lieutenant Weber says that he moonlights as a security consultant too, and he makes money on that. And then we go to Ben just trying to dirty up Weber, man, just trying to catch him in a lie. Yeah, that's right. Ben throws out the idea that he thinks Weber stayed in the building all night and then he killed the congressman. And that Weber paid off the witness and placed the knife in Craig's home. And so Lieutenant Weber's denying. If you paid attention to that little tuft of hair on his...
It got real dangerous.
Yeah. And that little tuft of hair started growing like Pinocchio's nose. Anyways.
Get out.
Ben asked if Lieutenant Weber is familiar with Dick Silvers. Maybe he's an informant. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Such a good name. Silver. Such a good name.
So anyways, Lieutenant Weber's kind of beating around the bush, and eventually Ben pulls out the taxi cab company application. And what do you know? It's endorsed by the Atlanta PD. And then on the other, more important, like, official document, Lieutenant Weber's name is on there as like the sponsor for Dick Silvers. Because why? Because Dick has a couple of felonies on his record, and you got to have somebody to say, hey, I trust this guy. He's good. Give him a hack's license. There you go. Mm-hmm. Craig is found not guilty, and it looks like maybe we're going to have a reunion. Father and son reuniting.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
The whole that ending kind of got me. Well, just you finish your thought. That was a surprising thing.
And Craig says goodbye.
Yeah. F you, Dad.
And there's a tear in good old Sam Gerard's eye. Here's our other hashtag, sad mob boss. There you go. That's our other hashtag.
A good one. There you go.
One. Hit us up on social media. Hashtag sad mob boss or shots and spleens. Hashtag shots and spleens.
I'll never get over that. That's fine.
All right. So, gentlemen, You have any other notes that you'd like to talk about or anything else?
No, but what a great first introduction to Matlock. You got murder, you got people getting thrown into rooms randomly, you get random violence and a lot of wholesome messages. So I think it's all in all a good time.
Okay. Jason, how about you? Any other notes?
Nothing right now.
Okay. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our closing statements. This is the part of the podcast where we are going to rate this episode, and we're going to rate it based on a gavel system. 5 gavels for an excellent episode, all the way down to 1 gavel for an absolutely crappy episode. Not only will we give our ratings, but we will also justify why we are giving that particular rating. Who would like to go first?
Let Justin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say 4 gavels because I have no point of reference for other Matlock. I don't be like, it's a 5 and be like, well, that's one of the worst ones. But I mean, it gave me a little bit of everything. And I think I gave my closing statements probably a minute too early. But it was wholesome. It was fun. It kind of covered everything I thought a Matlock episode would cover. I liked it.
Yeah, I give it a 4 gavel too. Like Justin said, I think this is a good first episode for Justin to be introduced to, because it does deliver a little bit of everything. We got a little bit of the comedic stuff that they like to throw into these, and we got everything but the chicken sink thrown into this episode with all the mob stuff they could come up with. It was dealt with in this episode. Nobody grabbed the murder weapon, which that's a plus for me, and it was overall fun. And we got Tyler Hudson in this for more than 37 seconds.
Also, too, I can't wait to come over to your apartment and see your chicken sink.
I don't have a chicken sink. It's everything but the chicken sink.
I bet that penthouse that Sam Gerard was in had a chicken sink.
I bet it did, too. It was the 80s. Everyone had a chicken sink.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, everybody. You want to go in the hot tub or the chicken sink?
Always the chicken sink.
He's mad at me, folks. He's glaring at me because I called him out on that. I'm sorry, Jason.
I don't know how to glare, John.
He's just winking real hard.
All right. Guys, I give this 5 gavels. This might be now my favorite episode of Matlock. As I said, it had everything. It had action. It had machine guns. It had a car chase. Well, somewhat of a car chase. Ben was running behind a car. There were some twists and turns.
Just a car.
Right. That's technically a car chase, right?
Yeah, if you think dogs chasing cars, there's car chases too.
It had everything, man. It had some twists and turns that we didn't see coming. A good ending. Tyler's back, and his antics were hilarious. The only negative I could say was that I felt that Max Gale's hair was very distracting. And at times it seemed like his acting was a little bit subpar, like he was just phoning in some of the lines. But overall, an awesome episode. I will, in fact, maybe rewatch this episode again in the near future. That's how much I enjoyed it.
Solid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go. I don't know the last five gavel review I've given. It's been a while.
I can't remember what mine was, but there was an episode in this season that was my favorite.
Yeah.
And I think I gave that one a 5.
Yeah, and I gave it a 4, I believe, and I can't remember which one that is. We need a stats person to be able to feed us that stuff while we record these podcasts.
Yeah, if you would like to be our stats person, email us at mattalk@gmail.com. We would love to have you. The perk that we can offer you is you can listen to us record these episodes.
Wait, you had it like you went too far. You told them what they get, and no one's going to get that. No one's going to want that. You almost had it.
Oh, well. I threw that softball right down the middle. I was waiting for him to hit it out of the park.
Jason hit it out of the park.
There you go. Also, you can get in touch with us on Facebook. Just look for @Mattalk Podcast. On Twitter, @Mattalk_podcast. Justin, you are a part of the 3 Geeks podcast. Do you want to plug anything for the 3 Geeks?
No, we have a bunch of interviews coming up, so please check those out. We're going to be doing a different format of conversations. We have to start recording that, but keep your eye out for that soon. The movie Bite Me is coming out. We just interviewed the writer and an actress and another actress, right? 2 Naomis for that. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's it for 3 Geeks.
We have not one Naomi conversation coming out on Monday. I'm releasing 2 conversations with 2 different Naomis.
Double Naomi Mondays.
On Monday. So check those out because it was fun. The Naomi we interviewed, she is also from American Horror Story. She played Pepper, one of the loved characters on that series. And yeah, she was a lot of fun. And you can follow us at 3 Geeks Podcast.
All right. I'm going to mention my own personal podcasting project, the PVD Cast. It's available at pvdcast.com or all of those major podcasting outlets.
You don't want to watch that, though. So
what?
Go to 3 Geeks.
No. This is not an East Coast, West Coast rap thing, man.
Oh, I didn't say there was
We're
competition.
united.
I'm just saying, go to 3 Geeks.
Anyways, pvdcast.com or wherever you find great podcasts. Justin, thanks for sitting in, man. I hope it was fun for you.
It was fun. Yeah.
All right, good. And ladies and gentlemen, like we said, we're doing this as a little bit of a test run. So maybe in the near future, we'll be reaching out to some of you folks, especially you folks that always are commenting and always interacting with us. We really do appreciate it. And if you're not interacting with us or whatnot, get to it, man. Get to it. Shoot us a tweet. Shoot us a message on Facebook. Shoot us an email. Don't forget, hashtag shots and spleens, hashtag sad mob boss. Get that going, folks. Let's get that going.
And for those of you who love our tangents, you got 3 times the length of tangents in this episode. So
that might have been my fault, folks. My bad.
You are welcome.
That's right. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, as they say in court, nothing further. The following has been a joint production between the 3 Geeks Podcast and John Orlando Enterprises, LLC, copyright 2022.